And we're on the air in 3, 2, 1.
Speedy TV, live from the National Veterans Wheelchair Games, a service of Paralyzed Veterans of America.
It's Speedy TV's coverage of the 2014 National Veterans Wheelchair Games here in Philadelphia. I'm Tim Pogo. Right now we're at one of the early events of the week. That's the Expo. Here's what goes on. Companies from all over come to display their new innovations and products, which not only help the injured athletes compete, but also in their daily lives. Let's have a closer look.
Games kickoff will be one video.
This is Barry Steelman from Permobile, a longtime sponsor here at the games, and you're back for more, huh?
Back for more. We enjoy coming to this show every year. It's actually one of my favorite shows. It's just an opportunity for us to give back to the vets as much as we can. It's good to get to be here with them and talk to them and just kind of socialize with them and hear any problems that they may be having.
Your company also not only gets involved every year, but this year you guys have kind of upped the quotient as a bigger sponsor.
Yeah, we've been here for many years, and we hand out T-shirts for the vets, something that we can do just to give back. This year they opened up sponsorship, so we stepped in as a sponsor this year. It was very important to our company, like I said, just giving back to the vets as much as we can. This event we feel very strongly about, so the sponsorship, as soon as they opened it up, we knew that we were going to be a sponsor.
Well, tell us the sort of natural relationship then with injured vets and your company, your products, and what you guys do.
Yeah, we make power wheelchairs with seating system for specific needs. Spinal cord injury, which you have a lot of vets have spinal cord injuries. So it gives you tilt, recline, elevating legs so you can relieve pressure throughout the day because these guys are in the chair all day long. So we make power chairs, we make chairs that stand, we make chairs for outdoor use, indoor use. So just any need that you would have in a wheelchair, we make the power chair for that.
Anything that can basically just make life easier, more accessible.
Yeah, that's the thing is, we were founded back in 1963 by Dr. Per Uden in Sweden, and his vision was to just give you the life that you once had or the life that you never had and you've always wanted to have. We want to get you back in life, basically, is what our motto is.
You guys are involved in the power soccer event, the air rifles. Describe that involvement, but also what sort of things you look forward to seeing this week.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing everything. It really just amazes me to come out here and watch these guys at a competitive level, and they still have it. You never lose that. That's one thing that we found with spinal cord injury. Most of our guys are daredevils. Well, when they get injured, that doesn't go away. So these guys are the same way. They're soldiers, they're warriors. They're still going to have that mentality even after the injury. So the power soccer is something this year we got the opportunity to sponsor. Made perfect sense for us being a power wheelchair company. We helped develop the new attachment for the soccer guards. So I'm looking forward to see how that works and actually just to watch the soccer games as well. And then the air rifle, I'm looking forward to seeing that as well.
Amongst all the exhibitors here at the Expo, of course, are a lot of the veterans. And I just met, let's say, one of the more seasoned veterans here at the games, huh? Mr. Kenny Rogers.
Well, been around for a while. I see a lot of my old buddies here that primarily I'm a swimmer, but I can't swim because I have a sore foot. So I won't be swimming this year, but I have 2 national records in swimming. And I'm going to miss the swimming because that's my life really many years ago. So now I'm just going to do my best at shooting. Air guns, air rifle and pistol, and going to do some trap shooting on Saturday.
And you are a Navy vet from World War II, and how many times have you competed in the games?
Well, I've been doing wheelchair sports for over 30 years. I don't know, this is 35 years, I think, so this is probably, I think, 28 for me.
And how did you first get involved? You're based in Vegas now, right, by way of Ohio?
That's correct. And I was living in California, and I moved back to Columbus, Ohio, where I was born and raised. And I met the veterans there, and they asked me if I could swim, and I said, well, a little bit. I've been doing it since I was 3 years old. So I started swimming with them with the Buckeye PVA group, and that's how I got with the PVA group. Yeah.
Over the years of coming to the games and competing, what are some of the things that sort of stick out in your mind that drive you back here each and every year and some of your best memories?
Well, obviously, I think all of us veterans have a little competitive spirit. It's the competition and seeing all the guys that I swam with for 20, 30 years and And of course, they didn't have trap shooting in those days, and the air guns weren't doing it. So there are new competitions every couple of years, and so you try yourself with these new types of competition.
Give it a shot, right?
Right.
I'm with a couple of folks here from PAVE, one of the exhibitors at the Expo, but really more importantly, an organization that's around and helping injured veterans all over the country year-round, right? Kelly, maybe just give us a quick overview of the organization, what you guys do out there.
Absolutely. So Operation PAVE stands for Paving Access for Veterans Employment. Operation PAVE provides vocational rehab support services for veterans, spouses, caregivers, all family members to help them obtain employment, get better jobs, just to have a more fulfilling vocational life, if you will. We have offices in spinal cord injury centers at VA medical centers around the country, but also provide services nationally through our National Service Officer Network. Our counselors are master's level certified vocational rehab counselors, really provide incredible one-on-one support to every single person who comes to us with a need to improve their employment situation.
It's a lot of hard work. It doesn't just magically happen all over the country, right? I mean, piece by piece, you guys had to spread around the country. Chicago is the newest region, right?
We've recently opened up an office in Chicago, and Patrice Smith is our newest vocational rehab counselor there. Patrice is working with about 100 veterans and family members right now, and it's just incredible. We have had some incredible success stories come out of Chicago as well as all of our other offices in terms of veterans who never thought they could get back to work and now have fulfilling careers. And our motto is partner for life. So we work with our veterans and our caregivers and spouses both to get the jobs and stick with them as well to ensure that they're in the vocations that they want to be in for the rest of their lives.
And Shelly, now that's only half of it, right? Because the other side of it is, hey, you got to find the folks to hire veterans.
Absolutely, absolutely. Part of our job here at PAVE in support of the counselors who are working very hard to get those veterans and caregivers and family members those opportunities is to connect with employers nationwide to identify those opportunities. There are so many employers who are interested in hiring veterans and who have veteran hiring initiatives, and part of our job is to supplement by sourcing their current recruiting activities with veterans who are looking for those opportunities. So we serve as the connective tissue, or that we facilitate the matchmaking process between employers who are looking to hire veterans and veterans who are looking for opportunities.
And this is Sherman Gillums, one of our veterans involved with PAVE and the PVA. Tell us basically what an organization like this really means to veterans coming home and how important it is.
Well, for almost 70 years, Paralyzed Veterans of America has been a lead voice for the veterans that are most underserved, and those are the ones with catastrophic disabilities who aren't given much of a chance once they return home. Many of them themselves see themselves as kind of written off, and so society kind of responds that way. But because our organization has been that voice, we've given many of these men and women who are here today to compete an outlet to look beyond the hospital walls, look beyond their homes, and to be something, whether we're talking about sports endeavors, work, just living life. And so we hope to be that voice for the next 70 years, or at least until we've eradicated spinal cord injury and disease altogether.
And like you said, that injury, that's what everybody sees. But what they don't see is one of the hardest things to do besides coping with your injury is when you return home, like, you got to find a gig, you got to have a life and earn income. And that's what PAVE is all about.
Well, most of us who join the military do it for the identity. I mean, we go in as proud people, and when we get injured, that doesn't go away. It's just a lot harder to do because, what can you do when you're paralyzed? That's sort of the paradigm we live within when we don't know what's possible. Well, we have to show through peer mentoring what's possible. And so with our program, which is called the PAVE program, Paving Access for Veterans Employment, we try to we meet the men and women at the bedside who probably aren't even thinking about work, and we talk to them about their lives, the foundational things like their benefits and their health care. But then we begin a conversation early on about work. And it's because you can, when you think about it a lot earlier, you think about it during rehab, you think about it during sports. And before you know it, instead of competing at a place like this, you're competing in the workforce, and that's ultimately what we want to happen.
Sherman, thanks for hanging out with us, and thank you for your service.
Thank you.
And we will have more from the 34th National Veterans Wheelchair Games here in Philadelphia, so stay with us.
BDTV, live from the National Veterans Wheelchair Games, a service of Paralyzed Veterans of America.